The younger one, no, they tell pastor things about me and my family in my office. And she laughed. I also laughed. So she understood. Then the younger one that I'm very close to said this. He said, you are not my direct pastor, because I'm not a direct member here. If you were, I would have said that because you have known me for years, you have stringed all the things you know about me and you have turned it into prophecy. I'm sure sometimes people like you also suffer the same thing here in this ministry. Or maybe pastor knows me, or maybe pastor knows something about me, or maybe pastor has heard, or maybe somebody has told pastor. It happens. But thankfully, I'm not their direct pastor, but I'm a prophet. And God spoke serious things. Serious things. By the time they are leaving, I was crying too. I have to come to my office and weep because of the things God did and the things God said. See, we have God in this house. Our God is so close to us in this house. Let us believe in this God that we serve. Believe in the word of the prophet, and thou shalt be established and thou shalt prosper. When they came out, one of them almost fell. I said, oh, please take time. He said, Pastor, I'm so surprised that my knees are shaking. I can't stand still. I'm saying this to say that everything about us, God knows, because He created us. And when the Lord is ready to open up, because we are ready, because they came here ready. That's what I'm trying to say. And these are serious people. One of them is the CEO of one of the big organizations in this nation. But she said, Wednesday, 10 o'clock, I will make myself available here. The sister also, she has her own class. Said 10. I even came late. And this is even called me and said, you have a guest? I said, no. Should they sit in the office? I said, please let them sit. So they came and waited, and they were patient. I didn't plan it that way, but it happened. So these are the qualities and these are the things that make you receive from a prophet. The value, the veneration, the respect, the expectation, the hope you put into what you are looking for. Make it happen, because the thing flowed naturally. I didn't need to struggle. But the people themselves are ready to receive an impartation. So there's no struggle. But when there is a struggle, it means that the people truly are not ready. I'm not saying everybody's not ready, but the people are not ready. I made an announcement on Sunday. Do you know what I was expecting today? I was expecting this place to be charged with worship, with fire. Then I take the mic. It'd be so easy for me to flow. But I could tell when I entered that even the worship were struggling. I don't know how many of you are sensitive to the things. Even the worship, there was a struggle. But anyway, divine impartation will be taught, and God will do what He had to do. What is divine impartation? So anything divine will make reference to God, right? So anytime you hear divine, it's talking about God. God. So divine means a supernatural being. So when I say divine impartation, I'm talking about supernatural being doing an impartation. So look at what impartation is, and then we put it together. Impartation simply means transferring a grant to someone. These are my own words. Making a transfer of grant. G-R-A-N-T. Grant. Grant is not a loan, but it is a resource that helps a people, an organization, a nation to be able to do what they've set themselves to do. So nations receive loans, nations receive grants, organizations receive loans, and they receive grant. And grants also have conditions to them. So for example, they say, okay, we give you a grant, but we want all girl child or girl children to be able to be admitted 30% in a particular program. So I can give a university a grant, for example, and I'll say that my grant, if it is $1 million, make sure $600,000 go and take care of girl child education. So it's a grant, but there's a condition. So I'll make sure I'll follow up that how much was given to or given into raising girl child education in that university. I give an example because I foresee myself doing that very soon. That I just work to invest to give them huge money, but you give them a condition that this is what you want the money to be used for. So it's not a loan, but it's a grant. But every grant attracts a certain condition to it. So impartation also means to release resources. The third thing I see about impartation is doing a deposit of something of value. So depositing something of value. Impartation means depositing something of value from one person to another. The fourth thing about impartation is also to discuss